Most people believe getting rich requires suffering, long nights, extreme routines, and constant pressure. That belief itself quietly keeps them trapped. Wealth does not come from force. It comes from small, repeatable behaviors that compound so slowly you almost don't notice them at first. Your life is already compounding right now. The only real question is whether it is compounding in your favor or against you. The first habit is not earning more money, it is awareness. Looking at your money every single day changes how your brain relates to it. Money ignored becomes something the mind treats as danger, so it avoids it, delays decisions, and hopes problems disappear. Awareness removes fear. When you observe cash daily, you start to feel the heartbeat of your finances. You notice patterns, you notice leaks, you notice opportunities. If the number makes you uncomfortable, that discomfort is not a problem. It is information. Information gives you leverage. People who look at their money lead their finances. People who avoid it react to life. The second habit is valuing time. The moment you do not respect your own time, the world will happily consume it. Favors, distractions, and noise will dress themselves up as importance. Every careless yes becomes a quiet no to your future. Wealthy people protect attention before they protect money, because attention is what money follows. Saying no is not selfish, it is clarity. And clarity compounds faster than effort. Clear goals create gravity. When goals are vague, energy leaks. When goals are precise, the mind organizes itself automatically. A goal without a deadline is just emotional decoration, but a goal written with conviction changes perception. Your brain begins filtering reality differently. Opportunities that were always present suddenly appear, not because they were created, but because your mind finally tuned to the right frequency. Clarity does not guarantee success, but without it, success becomes random. Reviewing goals daily is not motivation, it is conditioning. The mind obeys what it sees repeatedly. When you expose yourself to your goals again and again, the world slowly rearranges itself to support them. Attaching goals to daily triggers makes intention automatic. This is how vision stops being inspirational and starts being inevitable. Automation removes weakness. Willpower fades, systems do not. When you automate savings and investments, you decide once while calm and never negotiate again. Most people fail financially not because they choose wrong, but because they choose too often while emotional. Decide when stable, lock it in, move on. Wealth grows best when emotion is removed from repetition. Bad debt is invisible gravity pulling future energy backward. Interest does not just cost money, it costs freedom. Borrowing for consumption sells tomorrow to buy today. Borrowing for leverage buys tomorrow early. If you do not understand the difference, you will pay for it repeatedly without realizing why life feels heavy. The body controls the mind more than belief ever will. A restless mind often lives in a stagnant body. Movement is not about appearance, it is regulation. When the body is exhausted in the right way, the mind becomes calm and precise. You train not to look better, but to think clearer. Clarity begins in the nervous system, not in motivation. Your environment feeds your mind, whether you choose it or not. Every scroll trains expectation. Every input programs standards. If you consume chaos, your thoughts fragment. If you consume growth, your perception expands. You are always being trained. The only choice is by what. Curate your inputs like your future depends on them, because it does. Reading compresses decades into hours. Experience is expensive. Books are shortcuts. Someone already failed, learned, and documented the lesson, so you do not have to pay the same price. 10 pages a day feels insignificant until it rewires how you make decisions permanently. Most lives are limited not by intelligence, but by lack of borrowed wisdom. Waking early is not about discipline, it is about silence. When the world is quiet, insight speaks. Ideas rarely arrive when everything is loud. Sleep is scheduled. Awakening is intentional. People admire the early hour without realizing the power comes from respecting rest. Environment shapes behavior without asking permission. Where you sit, what you see, and what surrounds you daily influences output automatically. You do not rise to motivation, you fall to environment. Investing in your space is investing in consistency. Focus is not doing more, it is refusing more. Wealth is built through concentration, not scattered effort. Mastery beats novelty every time. Pick one path and stay long enough to become undeniable. Diversification protects wealth. Concentration creates it. Words enter before actions. What you hear becomes what you tolerate. Negativity does not announce itself as harmful. It erodes quietly. Inputs become thoughts. Thoughts become behavior. Behavior becomes life. Protect what enters your mind like you protect your future, because they are the same thing. Stop asking for money. Ask for insight. Advice reveals the real conditions required for belief. When you meet those conditions, money follows naturally. Chasing capital without credibility creates dependence. Building value creates leverage. Wealth is not a number, it is a ratio. What you spend reveals what you believe. Buying to impress is insecurity disguised as success. Buying assets is patience made visible. Freedom comes from margin, not income. Giving creates expansion. When you help others win, your identity shifts. You stop seeing life as a competition and start seeing it as creation. Sources are never empty because they are connected to flow. Reflection fuels confidence. Memory is emotional leverage. When doubt appears, evidence dissolves it. Winds stack. Momentum returns. Momentum is the hardest thing to create and the easiest thing to maintain once moving. The final habit is tension. Gratitude without hunger becomes stagnation. Hunger without gratitude becomes misery. Hold both at the same time. Be thankful for progress and restless for potential. Satisfaction with effort and dissatisfaction with limits. Creation does not end while breath remains. If something in you recognized itself in this, do not ignore that signal. This is not motivation, it is alignment. You are not meant to survive quietly. You are meant to build, refine, and expand. This is cosmic dominion. Most people quit early because they misunderstand discomfort. They think resistance means something is wrong, when in reality it usually means growth is close. The mind pulls you toward what is familiar, not what is powerful. This is why information alone never changes lives. Identity does. Identity is built through repetition, not big wins, but small confirmations. Every tiny habit is a quiet vote for the person you are becoming. When you face your money daily, you become someone who faces reality. When you protect your time, you become someone who values their future. These actions are not tasks. They are signals to the brain. The brain does not change through motivation. It changes through evidence. Tiny habits create evidence without resistance. You do not need to feel inspired. You only need to be consistent enough for your mind to accept, this is who I am now. Most people feel drained because their effort is scattered. Focus restores energy. Simplicity brings calm. Doing one thing well for a long time builds a confidence no affirmation can give. Clarity removes friction, and friction is what exhausts people. Scarcity is born from comparison. Abundance comes from creation. When you stop measuring yourself against others and start measuring yourself against your own potential, anxiety fades. You stop chasing approval and start building value. Value compounds quietly. Doubt is temporary. Evidence is permanent. This is why remembering past wins matters. It recalibrates the nervous system. Confidence is not believing you will succeed. It is remembering you have adapted and survived before. Progress often feels invisible while it is forming. Compounding is silent until it isn't. Most people quit not because nothing is happening, but because they cannot see it yet. Discomfort is often the doorway, not the danger. Be careful what you call normal. Normal is usually a socially accepted limit. Growth feels abnormal at first. That tension is not a warning. It is a threshold. Stay grateful, but never complacent. Be proud, but unfinished. Calm, but hungry. This balance is real power. Quiet dominance, controlled ambition. Build the habits. Let them build you. When you rule your inner world, the outer world follows. This is cosmic dominion.